on our way to shoot a beamer. You know, and if you guys know anything about life, if you got to use a gun or talk about using a gun, you ain't nothing but a pussy. You ain't nothing but a bitch pussy. You're going to have to get a gun and pull a gun and use a gun because you're a bitch. Yep, that's what you are. If you got to use a gun, you ain't nothing but a bitch. You ain't nothing but a pussy. And that's the problem with this society nowadays. People want to pull a gun. You know, what happened to the old days that I grew up in, you know, people don't hide behind a computer, you know. You come out on the street and face to face, and don't be a pussy and pull a gun. That's what these guys are, you know. These guys are just bitches. So that was some of our earliest recollection of JackO WackO and his piece of shit garbage son. And of course, his son, you know, when we first seen him, he had this long, nappy, freaking hair. It was all greasy and, you know, he was all dirty because he didn't take a bath and wash his hair, you know, or take a shower and clean himself up. So I made some comments about it after they started on us and started trying to heckle our channel. And I said to him, you know, why don't you wash that mop of yours, you know? And, well, you know what? He cut his hair, and I think he might even washed it once now. So, you know, they've helped us. Well, I've helped them. I really have. I've actually tried to help them, you know. Of course, you can't help what can't be helped, you know what I mean? You can only, you know, drop suggestions of what needs to be done with these people. So, what they need to be done is they need to be put in jail. You know, you're going around talking about shooting somebody, you know, those are serious accusations, and they should bring back consequences. So I gave him a chance. I sent him a message and let him know. Actually, I think I did a video about it too. And if you don't drop that, you know, name and drop those words on when you name that video, and I'm going to the police. You know, I'm just going to take it to the cops and let them deal with it. They changed it. They didn't change the video, but they changed that. So finally, last spring, it all came to a head when my brother brought these guys to the Spring Pumpkin Run, which is down in Owensville, down in Claremont County, Ohio. He brought them down there. And WackO JackO and his boy were there. And his boy run his mouth, and I put him in his place. And we found out, well, I just said, you know, they're pussies. They're bitches. They're pussies. They won't, you know, they won't come out behind their computer. They won't put up their dukes. And, of course, the old man, WackO JackO himself, did a video talking about he'd fight me with one hand tied behind his back. You couldn't.